Listen, let's jump into it. I'm just going to jump into it. Don't get lazy with your thoughts. Don't get lazy in your moves. Don't get lazy not doing the thing that you know you need to do. Don't get comfortable with not doing. Don't get comfortable with allowing things to pass you by, allowing time to pass you by, allowing opportunities to pass you by. See, listen, we're creatures of habit. We're creatures of habit, right? Which means you can be doing the same routine over and over and over without realizing it. You could be doing the same moves over and over and over again without realizing it, right? And we're able to adapt and adjust as human beings. And because we're able to adapt and adjust, this also means that we're able to adapt to misery. We're able to adapt to misery. We're able to adapt to pain. We're able to adapt to doing things in a way that gets us the results that we don't want. That's what's interesting about human beings. We're able to adapt where, yes, we're living a miserable existence. Yes, what you're going through is painful. Yes, you're not where you want to be. Yes, you're working a job you don't want to work in. Yes, you're getting certain results in your life. But then when that complacency kicks in, when you realize, wait a minute, I'm still alive. Wait a minute, I can embrace this. Wait a minute, I can embrace this pain. It's about adapting. Some of you have adapted misery. Some of you have embraced and accepted the position that you're in because it's something that you just normally do. Some of you have embraced not doing. Think about it. You don't do something for a certain time of your life. At first, it's a big deal. At first, it's like, oh man, I'm not doing this. And then slowly, you just start to accept. You start to accept. You allow the time to pass you by. And the creature of habit, it's like, well, I haven't been doing it for so long that whether I do it or not, maybe it doesn't matter. Because I'm still alive. I'm still okay for this moment. Yes, there's moments of misery, but right now I find my pocket of safety, my pocket of complacency, my pocket of comfort. See, fam, listen to me. Listen to me. Don't get complacent. You have to be aware of the moves that you've been making up to this point. You have to be aware of this present moment. You have to be aware of the things that you allow to pass you by. You have to be aware that there's certain problems that you just haven't addressed and you're okay with that because as time goes by, you're like, oh, wow, I haven't done that for a few months. I haven't done that for a few weeks. It's not a big deal, but it means everything. It means everything. It means everything. The moment that you start understanding that you start respecting every moment of your life, the moment you understand that you're able to adapt even to the worst of the worst situations, which means you're able. I lost connection there, so let me know. Give me some thumbs up if you can hear me. Which means you're able to adapt even in the worst situation, right? You're able to adapt, but it also means that you are able to accept. You're able to accept, I don't have to wake up at a certain time. I don't have to take care of myself. I don't really have to eat certain foods. I can slack off, take the foot off the gas, take the foot off the gas, for right now. And then as time goes by, as days goes by, you start adapting and accepting the position that you're in. And because we are creatures of habit, you figure out how to maneuver within the misery. You figure out how to maneuver within the pain. This goes the same for yourself physically, your posture, how some of you are like this with your posture, your neck down, right? And because you allow this time to pass you by, your neck just remains the same. And you don't bring awareness to that moment because you've allowed time, you've adapted, your body has adapted to it, right? Certain workouts you're doing, That you're like, yeah, my knees always hurt, but you know what? It's been hurting for years and you've just adapted that way. You've just accepted it. Never addressed it. There's certain pain on you, whether it's tooth pain, whether it's certain pain on you. Oh, I got this joint pain that you just allow time to pass by. You just embrace it, accept it until it becomes a big problem. Financially, oh yeah, I'm broke. I only have $100 to my name. I only have $20 to my name. I only have $500 to my name. And you just learn to live this way, living with limitations, allowing time to pass you by. The results you're getting in your life, in your business, in your relationships, you just accept it. And because we are creatures of habit, we ignore the details about it. We ignore the details. It's okay. What's one more paycheck going to do for me? It's all right. Hey, it's okay. I don't have to make life-changing decisions. Oh, it's okay. You know what? I can hold off, live with this $20 for another month. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing in all areas of our life. Now, can you stop for a second? And including in your relationships. Some of your relationships are already over. Some of your relationships have already ended. However, through the creatures of being a creature of habit, you embrace that misery. You embrace that. You live within that. And we're talking about all relationships, right? We're talking about all relationships. We're not talking about just husband, wife, boyfriend, girl. We're talking about all relationships, friendships, partnerships. If you look closely, some of these relationships have already ended. However, through creatures of habit, you hold on without actually making the intention. So now, because we're able to adapt, including misery, we're able to adapt to any situation. What have you adapted to that you continue to complain about? Think about what I'm saying here for a second. What have you adapted to that you continue to complain about? What have you accepted that is causing you the most pain? What are the details about your life that you continue to overlook? Now, these are things right here nobody wants to talk about, right? Because as human beings are experts at wishful thinking. We are experts at wishful thinking. We want to believe. We want to wish. We want to hope. We want to pray. We want to say one day. But what happens is when you do that, you ignore the details of your life at this moment. You want to wish things change on its own. And it feels so real. Like, I don't have to worry about it. Don't worry about it. I can hope one day that this changes. Maybe if things go the right way. We're experts at wishful thinking. Which then we ignore the details of our life. And that ignorance, that avoidance, with that avoidance, we allow time to pass us by, and then we forget the details, and then boom, we get hit in a moment of truth. We get punched in the face with the facts. There's a moment of clarity. Hey, what happened? I didn't know. Whoa. What happened in this moment? A moment of chaos. A moment of conflict. And it's like, oh, whoa, how did this happen out of nowhere? Did it happen out of nowhere? Did it happen out of nowhere, or it was just accumulated moves? Or was it just decision after decision, or acceptance after acceptance? Or was it the details that you've overlooked for so long? You've overlooked these details for so long that then, boom, at one moment it all just blew up. And it revealed itself, right? So what is my entire point of this live? I want you to bring awareness to every decision that you make, every single move that you make. And I'm talking about intentional total awareness. Is it possible for a mind to see itself from moment to moment? Is it possible for you to bring awareness to the things that you've been overlooking, the details that you've been overlooking about yourself? Because you're so consumed in your mind. You're so consumed with what happened in the past. You're so consumed with what happened, what may happen in the future. You're so into wishful thinking. Oh, I wish, I hope, you got to stay positive, which then you ignore the details. You ignore the control that you have. You forget about the control that you have. Yes, you can't control everything that happens to you, but you can influence the future towards a certain direction that you wanted to go. This is something that we need to think about. This is something that we overlook like it doesn't matter. How we just accept misery, how we just accept pain, how we just accept certain things about ourselves. Like that's not, it doesn't have to be that way, fam. It doesn't have to be that way. Do you guys feel this? Give me some fire emojis if you're feeling this, fam. Give me some fire emojis if you're feeling this. If this is making sense to you, if this is bringing awareness to yourself, is this clear to you? Can you see this within yourself? Look closely. Can you see this within yourself? Can you see the things that you're like, wait a minute, I kind of just accepted it. Yeah, I'm broke. Yeah, my relationships are broken. Yes, physically I don't feel good. Yes, mentally I'm consumed with the past. Yes, but I just learned to adapt. I've learned to accept. I've learned to just embrace that. I've learned to just, being I'm a creature of habit, just allow myself to maneuver within the loss. Within the pain, live a life of avoidance, avoiding the actuality, avoiding the problems, avoiding what it is that you need to do, knowing what it is that you need to do and still choosing not to make that decision. What is that? What is that? When you know what it is that you need to do and you're still not doing it. What is that? That's something that you have to see within yourself. Why am I okay with treating myself this way? Why do I allow myself to accept this? Why do I allow myself to not do? Why have I built the habit of not doing? What is it about not doing that gives me some sort of pleasure? Because if you're not doing this, then you're doing something else. So what are you doing instead, right? What are you doing if you're not doing the thing that you know you should be doing? And the thing that you should be doing is the thing that's going to get you the results that you say you want. So then it goes deeper than that. Do you really want that then, right? It goes deeper than that. Do you really want those changes? Do you really want to make those moves? Oh, I have these insecurities. Time goes by and you just accept it. I have all these fears. Time goes by and you just accept it. I have all this worry and this anxiety. Time goes by and you just accept it. I have depression, man. I'm in my mind. Time goes by and we just accept it. Does it have to be that way? No. Why not make that the main priority in our life? Why not make that? Why not intensify that and address that so we can fully understand it, so it could be no more? Why do we accept? Because as creatures of habit, right? And masters of wishful thinking, we think that, oh no, this is not a big deal. It's okay. We search for the greatest escapes to these problems. And then we become accustomed to always running away. We adapt to the fact that we run away. Oh, you know what? If I could just run away, then life is good. I'm just moving on, right? It's not there, but you're building on top of the foundation of these problems that you haven't addressed. Within these limitations that you haven't addressed. There's limitations that you've created within your own self. Limitations within your own self that you haven't addressed. How do you find the right career path without wishful thinking and achieve greater clarity and direction in your life? It's about knowing who you actually are. It's not what I'm saying. I'm not telling you what not to do or what to do. What I am saying is we are experts in wishful thinking. That's what we do. But we bring that. we bring that into every area of your life. Find your career path. You say this is what it is that I want to do in my life. I have full control over how I react and respond to whatever comes my way. Are you all in on the things that you have control of? Right? This is the career I want to go down. Are you training, practicing multiple times a day? Are you all in on studying every area of the thing that you want to do? Are you influencing the future where you say, I'm going to make it happen regardless because I have full control over how I react and adapt to whatever comes my way? When I talk about wishful thinking, I'm talking about how we say, I have all these problems in my mind and I don't have to take responsibility or I don't have to address it, but I hope one day it happens. Those of you who say, I have a career path and say, this is my career that I want to be successful in. And with that expertise in wishful thinking, you're not going to sit on your ass and start thinking about one day, I hope things are going to happen on its own. That's not what happens. It doesn't happen that way, right? Oh, one day, watch, you're going to see, I'm going to prove everybody that I'm going to be a millionaire. And then you're sitting around doing nothing about it. Is that what's going to get you to where you want to go? Are you going to say, oh, you know what? This is the job opportunity I'm going to take up and not give your all in that job opportunity? Or are you going to sit around? Yep, it's going to happen. I'm going to be the one who's going to get that job opportunity. And I'm going to be the one who's going to, be successful in this field without the work, without the day to day, moment to moment. What I'm talking about is taking responsibility of the things you have control of and going all in on the things you have full control of. That's what I'm talking about. Problems in your mind. Don't wish that it ends on its own. Make it happen. Understand it. Embrace it. Learn about it. That's what I mean. You guys feeling this morning? Who's on here? Let me see who's on here. You guys feeling this? Give me some fire emojis if you're feeling this, fam. Give me some fire emojis if you are feeling this morning. Let me go up and give some. Ooh, it's fucking hot. Awesome, fam. Yo, listen up. I'm going to leave you guys with that. I love you guys. Be intentional today. Take ownership and control of your life. Take ownership of your life from moment to moment to moment. Embrace it all. Learn about yourself. Stop accepting certain things about yourself that's causing you the most pain. Learn about you. Address those problems. Address the foundation. Dive into that shit. Take ownership. Take control. And let's fucking go. I love you, fam. Take care. Peace.